Have you ever been in a situation where you saw something clearly, but someone else just couldn't see it? Like, no matter how much you explain, they just don't get it? It's not that they're blind, it's that they're seeing from a different level of consciousness. We don't see the world as it is. We see it as we are. Our level of awareness determines what we notice, what we understand, and even what opportunities we recognize. In this video, I'm going to break down why that happens, how consciousness acts as a filter for reality, and how expanding your awareness can completely change your life. Let's get into it. Hey, I'm Breezy Sharp, and this is the Life is Just Energy channel where we talk about energy, awareness, intuition, and the patterns shaping our reality. If you're new, welcome, and if you're not, welcome back. So let's start with a simple truth. The way you see life today is not how you saw it 5 or 10 years ago, right? That's because your level of consciousness has shifted. You've had new experiences, gained new insights, and now things that might have confused you before now might make total sense. This is happening all the time, by the way. Everyone is looking at life through a personal filter shaped by their experiences, their awareness, and even their emotional state. Think about when you were a kid. Maybe you thought money was something that your parents just had, or that it just came from a bank. But as you got older and started paying your own bills, you realized that there are a lot of adults out here working hard for that money. That's a shift in awareness. You went from a limited understanding to a more expanded one. Now let's take this deeper. Imagine consciousness as a lens. The lower the consciousness, the smaller the lens, meaning you only see a small fraction of the bigger picture. When you're operating from a lower level of awareness, everything can feel personal. Everything can feel like an attack. People in this space are usually more reactive, more defensive, and unfortunately, they're usually stuck in blame mode. For instance, have you ever met someone who thinks the whole world is against them? That every situation is unfair? That's low consciousness at work. They literally cannot see the bigger picture because their awareness hasn't stretched that far yet. But when you expand your consciousness, your perspective shifts. You start seeing patterns instead of isolated problems. You recognize challenges as lessons. You move with understanding instead of reaction. It's the difference between seeing a storm and only focusing on the rain versus zooming out and realizing it's part of nature's cycle. So if your consciousness decides what you see, how do you expand it? How do you start seeing more? Question your beliefs. The first step is to question your own beliefs. Ask yourself, where did this thought come from? Is it true for me, or is it just something that I was taught? A lot of people stay stuck at the same level of consciousness because they never challenge what they believe. Expose yourself to new perspectives. The more perspectives you are exposed to, the more your awareness grows. Read, learn, listen to people who think differently than you. Put yourself in situations that challenge your current mindset. Practice mindfulness. Mindfulness is a game changer. When you slow down and become more aware of your reactions, you'll start noticing a pattern in your thinking. You'll realize that most of what upsets you, not that you shouldn't be upset, feelings, emotions are very valid, but most of what upsets you is just your perception of it. Raise your energy. This one is major. Fear, stress, and low emotions shrink your perception, and it happens to all of us. But gratitude, joy, and peace expanded. The more you intentionally shift into higher emotions, the clearer life becomes. At the end of the day, your reality is only as big as your consciousness allows it to be. The more you expand your awareness, the more you'll see, the more you'll understand, and the more opportunities will start showing up for you. So let me ask you, what's something you used to see one way, but now see a totally different way? Drop a comment, let's talk about it. And if you're into content like this, energy, awareness, shifting perspectives, please make sure to like and subscribe and hit the bell so you get the notification for the next video. I'll see you there.